Is about diphthongs. So in language, we have two types of vowels. Pure vowels and diphthongs. Okay, so a vowel is called a pure vowel when its sound can be sustained without movement of the articulators. So like ah, or e, or a. When you say those vowels, you don't have to move anything in your mouth. Like everyone say ah.
Ah.
Yeah, or e.
E.
Yeah, you don't have to move anything, right? You just like e.
Nope.
So a diphthong then, can anyone guess what a diphthong is, if that's what a pure vowel is?
You have to change the shape of your vowels, or shape of your vowels.
Yeah, exactly. So a diphthong is made up of two pure vowel sounds, but they have the result of being a single unit. So like oi or I. So like the word I, it's one letter, but it's broken down into two vowel sounds. You have ah and e, but together it says I. And a pure vowel example would be like beat, right? Okay, so what about the word chaos? Is that a diphthong or is it made up of pure vowels? Well,
It's two pure vowels.
oh. Yes, it was kind of a trick question. Because it has two pure vowels, but they're distinct. K-os, instead of like I. So like bite, bite. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay.
So it's the I?
But that's not it. There's other ones too.
Oh.
Okay, so now that we know that language is made up of pure vowels and diphthongs, we're going to break down diphthongs into two categories. Avoidable and unavoidable. So an avoidable diphthong means that like the two vowel sounds of the diphthong can be avoided and can just be changed into one vowel. So like in the word play, the diphthong is a, play. But since in singing we want to have pure vowels, we eliminate the E sound. We eliminate the second sound and just turn it into play. So instead of saying play, we just say play. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other avoidable diphthong is O. As in boat. So that diphthong is O, boat. But since we like pure vowels in singing, we eliminate the second one and it becomes boat. So say boat the wrong way first.
Boat.
Boat.
And boat.
Boat.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now there's three unavoidable diphthongs. These are I, ow, and oi. So can you guys think of an example of a word that would have I in it?
Sorry, not Spanish.
Okay, here's an example.
Ride.
Yes, ride. So, because it's called an unavoidable diphthong because if you only do the first vowel, like in avoidable diphthongs, it changes the word. So if you just say rod, it's a different word. You have to say both of them. Ride. You know what I mean? You can't just say rod or read. It has to be ride. You have to say both vowels. So an example of owl. What's an example of owl?
Loud.
Yeah. So again, you have to say both vowels, a and o. Owl. And oi.
Noise.
Yeah. O. So O-N, noise. Noise. You can't just say nose or, right, okay. Okay, so now that we know the avoidable and unavoidable diphthongs, we're going to learn how you pronounce them when you're singing. So for unavoidable diphthongs, this is the big thing you need to know. It's called the 90-10 rule. And it means you spend 90% of your time on the first vowel and only 10% of your time on the second vowel. So if you're singing ride, you want to spend all your time on the ah, and at the very end you're going to say e. So ride instead of ride, you know? Because that's gross, right? And it's a purer vowel if you stick with the ah and put the e at the very end. So for avoidable diphthongs, as I already said, you just eliminate the second vowel altogether in singing. So just boat. Okay. I'm going to put an example. This is me singing just a little passage. The first way I do it incorrectly, and then the second time I do it correctly. I don't know how this is It's gross, right? Well, at least the last time was. I don't know. This is the right way. See how on boy, I spent all the time on O, and at the very end I just put the E on. And that way it makes it more pure. So what diphthongs did you hear in that? Do you want to hear it one more time?
Okay. So O and the I.
There's three. Sorry, that's the gross one. Okay, so what were they? There were three in there.
There's
Night, surrounds, and boy.
Yeah. So that was I, surround, and boy. And those are all unavoidable diphthongs. So I had to do both vowels, but I did the 90-10 rule, so I waited till the very end before I put the second vowel on each one. Okay. So which one sounded better?
the
The
second.
second one.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing about diphthongs and rules of diphthongs. It doesn't apply to all styles of singing. So if I have opera here and pop here, so I can have art, folk, Broadway,
Country.
yeah, country fits in there,
Very-
barbershop, country. So the closer you are to this side, the more closely you're going to want to follow the diphthongs rule. So if you're doing classical singing, you always have to follow these rules. But for pop music, obviously, and country, they don't follow them at all. Not, which is fine. It's just a different style. Okay. So why does any of this matter about diphthongs and everything? Like, who cares?
It's all about interests. Thank you. and like the styles of the music. Like if you're gonna have one different style of music, like say it is opera, it's just more pleasing to hear it done correctly.
Exactly.
And if you're gonna be listening to pop, nobody likes crazy vibrato and pop and weird sounds. It just fits better with the genre.
Well, I think that's what partially makes the genre,
Yeah.
is how they sing.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. Yeah, so producing correct diphthongs is important because it helps you to have pure vowels. And having pure vowels is one aspect of good diction. And good diction is important because it helps you to sing beautifully and expressively, both in choral and in solo singing.